What's going on, guys? I'm back with yet another video here with my dad's van, covered in number plate because obviously it's his and not mine. Doing the front disc and pads, as you can see just here, which I identified on a service I did for it a few weeks ago now. Full service on it. I noticed that I needed the front discs and pads needed changing. I'll show you now. I don't know whether you can see the pads properly or not, but you can see the shiny bit on the outer edge of the disc, that little lip. So yeah, once they're off, I'll be able to show you a bit better how lipped they are. When jacking up your car, don't forget an axle stand. I've heard way too many horror stories about people not using axle stands and relying solely on a jack. I mean, if the jack's like a lock-in jack, then maybe, but still, please always use a jack and axle stand, because you don't want this coming down on you, on your legs, on your hands. It's just not worth it. Right, use an axle stand. Stay safe. I tell you what, these are good when they work, like these ones. All come off fine, all intact. And then I've just got this last one here. All these ones come off fine. This last one looks like it's been butchered previously. Look at how bad that is. A bit butchered compared to a normal one. Oh dear. Let's go see if I've got a spare. I'm way too organised for my own good. I know I have them somewhere. Like the old ones. Locking on that one, I just need a normal one. This is where I don't actually have one. I just have locking on that ones. Not looking very hopeful. I just had the locking on that ones. No way. All the ones I do have are just the lock and roll ones, like this. Oh. That's annoying. Right, so after searching around the van and ringing up my dad, finally found the lock and wheel nut key. So I can actually get the wheels off now. It's not a process I miss about, that's not one of the things I miss about working at a garage, is trying to find this. People keep it in such weird places. I've even known people to keep the locking wheel nut key for their vehicle in a safe place at home. Makes no sense. Good old trusty Makita impact. The best thing I've ever brought. As you can see there, the pads are really low. The disc has a nice lip on it. Don't know if you can just about see it in the sun. Oh, there you go. Nice bit of shine. Let's get these off. There's a 13 there, and then there's a 13 just there. I'm going to crack both of those off, and then you'll need a 17 for this little bit here. Now what we're going to do is you can now use your 17 to hold the inner bit whilst you loosen the bolt on the outer bit of the caliper. Now you should be able to pull this out. Gently lever it from either side with a little pry bar. If you haven't got a little pry bar, then use a screwdriver. Don't let it hang down. You want to bring it around up and there. You just want to hook it up out of the way. You can get like a bungee cord and hang it up there, so you know it definitely doesn't fall off, but that should be good, unless you're going to go hammering it the disc, then I'd definitely do something to support that. So I've taken the brake pads out. What you're going to do is check, make sure they're the right size. Put them face to face, or if you can, back to back. But these have got like these little bits on there that clip into the caliper. So if you go face to face like that, make sure the right ones. See the difference in pads. So the old ones still had a bit of meat left in them, but not massive amount. And the good thing with some of these pads, they come with new bolts, so you don't have to reuse these. You come with these. It's got a fresh Loctite on it as well. Next up, we're going to be taking out this little screw here that holds the disc on, so it doesn't just fall off when you take the wheel off and when you remove the caliper. This is the T30 Torx. It's normally best practice like get that off before you take the caliper off, because then you can like put a screwdriver in here. Well, you could do this anyway, to be honest, but so that's a T30, and what I used was a 3/8 bit to a 1/2 inch, so I can go on the impact driver. When I say about needing a hammer, yeah, we're going to need a hammer. So you just want to just hook this up, so it's out the way. You don't have a bend on here. There's no stress on the brake hose at all. There we go. That's off. You can do this with the carrier off, but again, just prevents it from falling on you or falling on your tools or whatever. So, replacing the disc and pads, you need to take off the brake caliper carrier, which is a 21mm, just there. You need to loosen off this bolt and this bolt just here. Definitely recommend getting either a long ratchet or a breaker bar on these, because they are difficult. There you go, it's off. 2 bolts from the back. Now we can undo this, and off she comes. So next up, you want to clean up this surface here where your new disc is going to be going on, and you want to be cleaning in here and on there. Obviously, you don't have to do it with wire, you can get a wire brush as well. It's just easier. So sometimes when you buy discs and pads, it comes coated in like a grease on the disc. So you just need to grab some brake cleaner and some blue roll, spray it down, clean it up. Try not to throw the discs around too much on the floor. You don't want to damage them before you put them on. There we go. You want to line up your little T30 Torx bit to the bottom where it's meant to be screwed on. Then you want to grab your T30 and the little screw. So if you don't want to hold the disc like I am, and screw it in, you can put a wheel well in to stop it from falling out. And then with this, you don't want to go too mad with it, just to nip it up like that. So I absolutely love using this stuff, Keratech from Textar. You put it on the brake pads to lube them up before they go into the pad carrier. Now, reassembly of the caliper carrier. You want to do up these bolts. You can torque them to spec, Given I've done this so many times before, I know how tight they need to be. Do them up by hand, nip them up with a ratchet, and then because I've got my nice long extendable ratchet, do them up with this. So before you put the pads in, you need to compress the piston back to get the new pads in, because obviously that piston is now compressed to suit the old pads, the worn down pads. So we're going to do that now before I put the pads on. And before you do that, you want to crack off the brake fluid reservoir. Just crack it off and open it up like that, so all the fluid can be pushed up through and all the excess air can come out. So then to compress it, what I've got is I can't even remember what these are called. My brain's gone dead. Anyway, I got a pair of these that you use to compress it. Everyone does it differently. You can put like a pad in there to evenly spread the load. I've done this for years and never had any issues whatsoever, so be careful to not nip on the seal there. If you nip the seal, you got problems. There you go, as you can see, it's all back, all the way back now. And then get the pads in here and get it all on. So now for this, what you're going to do is just, you don't want to put any grease on this part of your pad. That's not what you want to do. It all needs to go on, not all on here, but on this side, like this. This is just to prevent any squeaks or sticking issues. Right, new pads are in, as you can see. New bolts to go in on the caliper carrier. Let's do that now, get that done. And put them in, finger tight, just so the bolt grabs the nut. And you want to grab your 13 ratchet and your 17 spanner. And put them back on. Another thing, don't forget to do put your brake fluid cap back on. But check the level first, make sure you haven't like overspilt. And if you have spilt it, then clean it up. And then don't forget to pump your pedal a few times until it goes nice and solid. The last thing you want to be doing is going out for a drive and you haven't pumped a brake pedal and your brakes don't work. And there you have it, front disc and pads replaced on the 2016 Volkswagen Caddy. Obviously the only thing left now to do is put the wheel back on. So before you put the wheel on, you just want to clean up the inside of here, because that's going to be sitting up against here. You can put some copper grease on it if you want. I don't actually have any, so I can't. So with this, what I'm trying to do is line them up, get my socket, bolt, put the first one in hand tight so it holds the wheel. It's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to move, it's not going to wobble about. Then I'm going to put these in, a couple of threads, like so. Then with the gum, don't go all the way, you just want to nip them up like that. You notice how I went in a star motion, not like this. So you want to go opposites. Jack it up, axles down out, lower it down. And if if you've got one, use a torque wrench. I've set mine to 120 Newton meters, which I know is what about 90% of Volkswagen use. Again, you don't want to be going like this. I'm going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go around, double checking, make sure you're making sure they're all tight. So yeah, front disc and pads replaced on the Volkswagen Caddy, sorted. Also, don't forget the hanger you used to hang up your camper like I did. Right, so that is the front discs and pads done on my dad's van. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that's a little bit different to what I have done in the past regarding like Mark III content, but I thought it'd be quite cool showing a video of how to do front discs and pads on a fairly new car. It's straightforward, plain simple, exactly the same as it is on an old car. Talking of old cars, I really want to take this out for a drive. Oh well, is what it is. It will be on the road at some point soon, hopefully not too long. Get some cool wheels for it. I really can't wait to actually get started on it, to be honest. It's just been like pushed to the back of the pecking order at the moment. House is a bit more priority than ploughing money into my Mark II, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Once we get in a house, that's it. It'll be go with Volkswagen content, Mark III content, Mark IV content, Mark II content. I'm going to hopefully do a massive build on this. I want to record as much as I can for this, like proper get started on this. Need to change the wing, not change it but paint it. There's just so much I need to do to it. I honestly can't wait to get started. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. Bye bye.